Hello and welcome to step 3 of stage 2 under projects. Go to open, step 3, open. In this stage what we're going to do is we're going to add some structural awnings to this roof here. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to our project browser and double click level 6 and then close the 3D view. I want you to zoom in to the model that we've brought in, and in your properties palette I want you to show the underlay as level 5. Once you've done that, I'd like you to go up to the ribbon and select the structural tab, then select the first tool, beam. The user interface will change, and pretty much in the middle I want you to load a family. From here I want you to scroll down to the bottom and then double click on structural framing, then double click on steel, and then I want you to go to the next folder, British Standard, and I want you to choose at the bottom universal beams and then press open. A new window will come open and I want you to choose the smallest one, which is right at the very top, a UB127. Once you've done that, press OK. I want you to zoom in a little bit and I want you to draw one from here to here, just so it's over the parapet. Once you've done that, I want you to press escape twice. Then I want you to go to View tab and I want you to draw a section from left to right across your structural beam. Once you've done that, either press a negative space or the modify key or the escape key, and then double click on the section head to open up this section. Now I want you to close, or reduce should I say, the crop region around the steel on level 6, and then go down to the bottom in your graphic options bar and change the detail to fine. Once you've done that, I'd like you to go back up to the ribbon and go to the Annotate tab and choose the Align Dimension, and I would like you to follow what I'm doing. So I want to do the width, so if I do press tab to find the top corner, top side, click here and then tab again to find the next side and then click in negative space. Then I want to find the top to the bottom and then bring that dimension out. I want to know the width of the flange, bring that out, and I also want to know the bottom width of the flange as well from here to here, and then bring that out. Now what you'll notice is that all dimensions are 0. That's because our project units are in meters, so we want to change that. So we go up to the Manage tab, we go up to the project units. You've seen this window before. We're going to change length to millimeters. Once you do that, press OK and then OK again, and you'll notice our dimensions have changed to millimeters. From here I would like you to select the steel that we've imported, and then over in the properties palette I want you to select edit type. A new window will open and I want you to duplicate this steel, and we're going to rename it to UB100 by 50, and we'll leave the 13 as it is and then press OK. From here you might want to make the window slightly smaller, and then once you've done that, scroll down until you see structural section geometry. As you can see, it's in centimeters and it obviously will relate to the millimeters that we've done. So we want to change the width from 7.60 to 50, so we're going to change that to 5.0. Then we're going to change the height from 12.70 to 100, which is 10.0. Then we're going to change the flange thickness to 0.5. The web thickness to 0.5, the web fillet to 0.5, And if you zoom out, you will notice that it's 50 by 100 by 5 by 5. Okay, once you've done that, I want you to highlight the steel that you've made, press delete, close the section tab. You'll still see that the section's there, but we want to delete it. We've got two ways of doing that. We can either right click on it and press delete, or alternatively you can go to your project browser and right click on section 1 and press delete. Okay, from here I'd like you to go back to the structural tab and select beam again, but before you do anything I want you to highlight the properties palette button and choose the one that we've made, which is 100 by 50. Before we start drawing, I want you to click the chain button, which is in the options bar under the green user face. From here I'd like you to zoom out a little bit and then pretty much click from here all the way to the parapet, then along about 3/4 of the way click again, and then back down to the wall in the middle and then click again. Once you've done that, I want you to press escape twice. The next thing we're going to do is add a beam system, which is here. But before you do that, before you press that button, I want you to select this wall, and over in the properties palette under structure you'll see a little structural section that has no tick in the box. I want you to tick that, and what that's done is now made that wall structurally bearing, because you can see here structural usage, bearing. We can use a shear or a structural combined, but bearing is absolutely fine. Once you've done that, I want you to press escape. Now once you've done that, I'd like you to go back up to the structural tab, and we're going to choose beam system. So once you click that, the user interface will turn green, and we have another options in the options bar. And what we're going to do is change fixed distance to fixed number, and we're going to change 6 to 20. Once you've done that, I want you to hover over the structural system that we've made, and you'll notice that we have an option of going vertical or horizontally. I would like you to choose the top one and then click once. Once you've done that, you'll notice that all other beams have been put in. From here I want you to press escape twice. Okay, now that we've done that, let's have a look in 3D. So we go to the quick axis toolbar right at the very top and click on the house, and then if we zoom in to this, what we've built, you'll see exactly how we've placed those steels. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to join the two end beams here and here. So we go to our modified tab in the ribbon, and then under the geometry section, just under the plan of the house, you'll see a little tool that says beam column joins. So click this, the user interface will turn grey, and if you zoom into the end you'll see some little blue arrows on both sides. What we're wanting to do is click this little blue arrow here, and you'll see that it's disjointed. Now if you repress it, it will join, but then there's another one where you press it here and it will actually do a 45-degree joint. Once you do that, you'll notice a little lock symbol. We want to make this, once you hover over it and it goes gold, click it once to lock it. We'll do exactly the same on the other side. Hover over the lock till it's gold and click once. Okay, now once you've done those two corners, I would like you to press escape so the user interface goes back to normal. Now if I hover in over these beams and hover over one, then press the tab key once, all three sides will be selected. Now once all three sides have been selected, you have a little blue dot that you can muck around with. So in this little corner here, there's a little blue dot that's actually like a little circle. If I click that, I can actually change all of the steels by bringing it around about here, and you'll notice that all the steels have moved and it's all at a different angle. Once you've done that, I'd like you to press escape. Okay, from here we go back over to our project browser and double click level 6, and then we press WT, Windows Tiles, and pretty much centralize our new awning in your plan, and maybe zoom out a little bit and rotate it a little bit so we have a better view in our 3D. Okay, in our level 6 plan, if you highlight or hover over the beam system so it's all dotted and click once, we can actually edit the boundary. So if we go up to the ribbon where the user interface is green and click edit boundary, you'll see that we're now in a sketch mode and the chain is in purple. What we want to do is we want to change the direction of our steels. So you'll notice that this particular purple line has got two little blue lines on it. That's actually the direction of the steels. But if I select this line and then go up to the very top and choose this as the beam direction, and then press the green tick, our beams will change to go vertically up on our plan. Okay, once you've done that, press escape to exit the command, and now go back up to your structural tab and select column. The column that we have here is actually fine, we can continue using that. If we zoom in to this corner and click once, you'll notice that the structural steel has come in. And then if I go over to the next corner and click once at the end, the structural column has come in. Once you've done that, I want you to press escape twice. Okay, if I zoom into this section and if I press tab, you'll notice that I cannot actually select that steel. So if we then go all the way down to the bottom right, and the second tool in is two little blue rectangles with a red cross on it, and it says select underlay elements. If we click that so there's no cross on it, then go back over to our plan, you can see that when we hover over the steel we can actually select it. So what we're wanting to do is select this corner steel here. Once you click it, the user interface will go green. I'm going to choose the move tool, highlight the center, click once, and I want you to drag it over pretty much around about here, and you'll see that it's updated in our 3D. Once you've done that, I'd like you to press escape once. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to switch off the under elements. So bottom right hand corner, select underlay elements. We're going to turn it back off so there's a red cross on it. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to maximize our 3D view. So to do that, we'll close our level 6 tab and we'll zoom in to these two columns. Now once you've zoomed in, I want you to select both columns. So select one, and then with the control key, select the other. Now if you hover over them, you'll notice that the steel actually goes into the wall. What we want to do is we want to place it on top of the wall. So with them both selected, you go over to the properties palette and choose the base offset, and we're going to change it to 1000. Once you do that and then bring your cursor back in, you'll notice that they sit directly on top of the wall. Once you've done that, press escape so nothing is selected. Okay, from here we're going to add two bracing bars. So under your structural tab, you'll see a little button that says brace. Select that. Make sure that 3D snapping is on in your options bar, which is in the green user face. Then go to your properties palette and change it to 25mm round bar. Once you've done that, I would like you to click here, here. Once you've done that, I want you to go up to the next top, click here, and then here, and we've added two braces. Okay, so that concludes this step. I would like you to close your 3D window and do not save, and we will see you in the next one.